I don't think there's any doubt it'll be a difficult match for a number of reasons. One, obviously the lack of being able to train, being in quarantine for such a long period. Of course, that's a challenge both physically and mentally for the lads. But we managed to get on the grass at different stages. We had 7 or 8 players that have trained for 3 days. We've had 4 or 5 that's trained for 2 days, and we've had 4 or 5 that's trained for 1 day. So ultimately it is what it is. The other challenge, of course, is we're playing a very, very good side in FC Goa. Some wonderfully talented players, probably not at the results that their performances have merited, and that's the challenge. The Indian Super League, we have to make sure we're at our best. So the players we have available, I dare say there'll be 1 or 2 that won't make the match, but we have to make sure that we're ready to go and look to continue the winning run that we've been on. Obviously the break didn't come at a good time with us because we'd started again building momentum, playing very well and showing the spirit and the desire and the quality that we have. So we'll have to get back to that against a very tough opponent in FC Goa. Very, very good players, terrific head coach in Derek, and Clifford's there also. So I know the quality of both men. And but again, it's a game we're looking forward to. We want to go and try and win the game, get another 3 points, and that's certainly our aim for the match. Well, in terms of advantages, people will say, well, obviously you'll be fresh, but you're not fresh as such because you've been stuck in a room and you can't leave the room for over 2 weeks. So that's a big challenge. So I don't see any advantage in the fact that we've not been able to play and we've been stuck in a room in quarantine. There's certainly no advantage there. But that being said, that's what football brings. It brings you many challenges. It brings you different. Each game is a different challenge in many ways. And this one's a big challenge because the lack of activity we've had on the field from after beating North East and then East Bengal and wanting to carry that momentum on. So we've already seen a number of the teams that haven't been as fluent as they normally are because of the break they've had. So we have to make sure that we're fresh, ready and ready to give everything that we always do as Jamshedpur anyway. Everybody knows the characteristics of our team, the quality we have, how hard we work, how much we stick together, and that's what we have to do against a very good, as I say, FC Goa team. Well, the motivation is to finish to be in the top places at the end of the season. That's the motivation, and every game helps you to do that. If you're top of the league just now, it counts for nothing. It's nice to be there, of course it is, and gather the points that's took you there. But the time to be there, the time to be in those top 4 spots is after game 20 of the league. That's the time to be there. But the only way to do that, as you mentioned, is to pick up points in tough games, which FC Goa is. So we have to make sure, as I say, we're fresh, we're ready, and we want to continue that momentum that we had prior to the enforced break. So, of course, many challenges, but it's a game we're looking forward to. We know it's 2 very good quality teams, and we'll do everything in our power to try and win a tough game. Yeah, listen, I'm delighted to bring Daniel Shima. I've admired him for many years. I knew of his exploits at Molde when he was a 3-time champion working with Ollie, and I spoke to a number of people about him. I liked him when he came into the league, and even if you look, as I did individually in all his performances, he's been goal, he performed ever so well. He was isolated a lot of the time, left up front on his own, but he carried the fight, which shows me he's a real team player, sacrificed himself for the sake of his team, and that's the hallmarks of a very, very good player. So I know his quality. Obviously it'll take time to build up that fitness and the mentality and everything that we're about at Jamshedpur, but he's come in, the players have really welcomed him. He's a lovely lad, working hard in the 2 training sessions that he's had, and it's great to have another quality striker to complement Jordan Murray, to complement Ishan Pandita, and those boys will do very, very well for this football club. Yeah, so Cumberland's on the way back. He's did some light training on his own. He's joined in the group with just, I say, very light touches in terms of warm-up and everything else. So there is a progression there. The FC Goa game might just come too soon for him. I'd love to have him involved on the bench, just to get him feeling that he's coming back. But to do that, I need to be convinced myself, the medical team, that he's at the required level for that. If not, then he'll certainly be involved in the next game moving forward.